With barely 3 months before Qatar hosts the Doha World Cup in 2022, the first waves of the enthusiasm brought by this top sporting spectacle have rippled across the globe. No wonder football is regarded as the most popular sport in the world, and not just by popularity it seems. Football outperforms other sports in terms of ratings and money generation, and this World Cup is anticipated to help FIFA generate record-breaking revenues of $7 billion, a kind of boom that demonstrates the health of this sport. So if the recent Doha tournament, which generated a lot of hype, is any indication, then the months of November and December will be dominated by football in every corner of the world. Winter will be gripping most of the world, but for the fans, there's nothing like the thrills and spills of exhausting competitions to warm the atmosphere. Hence, in preparation for the unprecedented World Cup event in Qatar, unprecedented rules have been implemented to adjust the game to suit the theme perfectly. Will these modifications be made permanent after the game? No one can quite tell, but our video today will explore the 5 new rules for the 2022 World Cup that will change the game. Be sure to stay glued to your screen, like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting videos. For the first time, female referees will officiate matches in the World Cup. Already, names such as Stéphanie Frappart of France, who has been on the FIFA International Referees list since 2009, and Salima Mukansanga of Rwanda, who has been listed as an international referee for FIFA since 2012 and was an official at the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup in France, and Yoshimi Yamashita of Japan, who was an official at the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup in France and also referee at the 2020 Summer Olympics, in the match between the United States and Sweden, have been confirmed as the first women who will officiate games at the men's FIFA World Cup tournament. It is actually not uncommon to see female assistant officials in the Premier League and Champions League, but this will be the first time a men's World Cup event has female assistant referees. Like the 5 substitution rule, there is another change that may not seem so new because it has already been implemented in the global footballing world. Nonetheless, at this year's FIFA World Cup event, it will be a trailblazing rule as for the first time, goalkeepers will be required to have at least some part of their foot on the line when a penalty is taken. We all know how many penalty retakes and even cautions this regulation has caused in the League and Champions League games, so having that drama in the World Cup will only add to the excitement of the largest competition on the planet. When kicking the ball, the keeper must have at least 1 foot touching, in line with or behind the goal line. More players will compete in the 2022 World Cup than in any previous edition, especially as the number of qualified players necessary for each national team has been increased to 55. The 2018 World Cup allowed a maximum of 35 players, however. Teams will now be required to submit a final 26-man list of players who would be attending the event, an increase from the 23-man squad, permitted in previous tournaments. As a result, the 2022 World Cup will feature 92 more players, which allows 3 more from each of the 32 participating teams than in the 2018 World Cup in Russia. But why are all these adjustments being made? As FIFA stated, the modifications were essential given the difficulty to maintain greater flexibility due to the unusual date of the FIFA World Cup 2022 in the global calendar, as well as the broader backdrop of the disruptive impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on squads prior to and during events. So does this imply that things will return to normal for the 2026 edition? Only time can provide a definitive answer. Just 4 years after the World Cup saw the debut of video-assisted referees, the technology has already advanced. This year's version will have offside calls that are made using cutting-edge technology. According to reports, the time it currently takes for VAR to make an offside call, which is about 70 seconds on average, will be reduced to about 20 seconds by this new technology. Arsene Wenger, who is currently the head of global football development for FIFA, reveals that this new technology will function similarly to goal line technology in that the linesman will wear a watch that will give him an almost instantaneous indication if a player is caught offside. On the stadium's big screen and naturally, on televisions at home, a 3D animation illustrating the offside will be shown to spectators so they can understand how it works. A total of 12 cameras will be installed under the stadium roofs in Qatar, and they will be monitoring 29 distinct body areas of each player. Additionally, the match balls will be equipped with sensors that gather various data points at a rate of 500 times per second. All of that information is then given to the men in the VAR room, who quickly send the proper call to the linesman on the field via that watch. Down the line, fans have undoubtedly grown tired of how long it takes the VAR to confirm offside calls. Hence, it'll be eye-opening and intriguing to see how this will play out in Qatar. Now, this might not appear unusual because it is gaining acceptance in many countries around the world, with the English Premier League being the most recent to do so in their league structure. This World Cup will, however, be the first to permit teams to make 5 substitutes throughout each and every game. If a game goes into extra time, each side receives an additional substitution, and those 5 subs must be made in 3 windows. This shouldn't be taken for granted since teams with deep squads will rotate effectively because they understand the benefits of doing so when they are in challenging circumstances. Of course, players will love this one because it means more players who would not have normally been able to come off the bench throughout the entire tournament will actually get the chance to feature, with more substitutes being able to come on. These new rule changes and advancements that we hope to see at the World Cup in Qatar are just making us more excited to witness our nations and favorite players compete in one of the most thrilling global events of all time. That sums up our video for the day. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment to let us know what you are looking forward to the most about the World Cup in Qatar. Watch also the next video on your screen, which looks at the 8 most spectacular stadiums for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more exciting videos.